Hello, my name is John Marshall Lee. I've done a series of works that are meant to tell short clips about finances and Bridgeport at this time of a mayoral election. I'm very surprised that neither the incumbent nor anyone else is drawing attention, public attention, to finances in the city, because we have a budget of $550 million every year. We borrow money every year, increasing our indebtedness. Our house values have gone down in the last 4 years. Our property taxes have gone up, even though the incumbent said that he wouldn't do that. So I say to you, good day, neighbors. In a few weeks, registered voters will go to the polls or be eligible to vote AB for the incumbent endorsed Democrat, a Democratic challenger who on primary day won the machine ballot, or a party endorsed Republican. And as I often say in closing, time will tell who will govern and lead our city for the next 4 years. But some information you might be interested in. I found it strange that in this election cycle, there's been almost no discussion about money, except about campaign fundraising and which candidate is able to spend in marketing and staffing their election efforts, not their administration efforts. Perhaps my view as a resident, citizen financial watchdog for about 10 years sees the failure to question city finances very strange. And I have bought hats and given them out to people who are asking questions that says, live the question, because when you start asking questions about money, it only begets more questions, not necessarily a lot of answers. I propose to raise a number that will likely not be answered this late in the campaign by anyone, but the questions themselves disturb. Perhaps you will factor the answers you feel into your voting. Live the Question is my 2019 mini campaign to benefit those who pay taxes and those who benefit from priority public missions that are underfunded. As a professional engaged in personal financial planning for over 50 years, I find that many families gather around the kitchen table, which is why I'm shooting that today. And phone calls come, but we're not going to let that interrupt us. If the education of our children, the safety of public lives and property, and a healthy business environment that supplies jobs to residents, safe workplaces, cutting-edge business models like our hospitals, and revenue sources to maintain the city governance are goals, are we there or even on track? Do we talk about things in the big picture? Where and when are they raised? For example, in the latest fiscal year, July 2018 to June 30, 2019, we have what's called a comprehensive annual financial report. It's an audit that's done of all the city finances, put out about 6 months after a fiscal year, June 30th, 2018, and has lots of good information. We find that they also put out info on state and federal funds that come in with mini audits. And we're a small city by area, poor, and minority population relative to our neighbors is significant, but we still spent $21 million on busing. How do we spend $21 million on busing with 21,000 students? That's $1,000 per student, many of whom do not take the bus. So there's a story in there, and there are other questions to be asked. Busing was supposed to be a federal solution to segregation. Where are we today? That takes so much of revenues that have nothing to do with learning in the classroom. Isn't that our goal for all the children? Now, I will look at public documents like the CAFR. I will look at public documents like monthly financial report and others, bonding documents, pension plan summaries, capital planning papers. Has any department head held meetings to inform the public beyond city council sessions? Is there a regular opportunity for the public to ask questions and gain answers, informed responses from city departments or city council reps? Should that change? It's up to you. Live the question. Time will tell.